Hello everybody, this is Kiki from Niar Designs. I pray you're all doing well and are doing something that makes you happy. We are on part 3 of making our journal from a grocery bag. We have thus far made our cover, and then we've also gotten our signatures together. So today we are actually going to put the signatures in our journal and the whole process that I go through to do that. Before we begin, let's get into our God's gift box. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers. Yes, 1 Peter 3:12. Lord, help me to put away my selfish pride and show my Christian witness by being friendly to others. Oh my goodness, yes please. We need a little bit more friendly in this world. Okay. Before we even begin, I do want to talk a little bit about what you use to stitch your signatures in. So I believe it was the first video, I talked to you about a lot of the tools that you would need. Things that you would need for this. So I suggested this kind of awl, more so than something like this. Obviously you can tell the difference. This one is a lot stronger, and because we are going through 2 pieces of fabric plus the paper bag, you're going to want something that will make your hole and big enough where your needle and thread can go in nicely. This is good for, picking the fibers out and, other things. I use this all the time. This one I really only use for this purpose. Okay, so we have our awl. Then we are going to need, obviously, a needle, but the needle kind of depends on what you are going to use string thread wise. So I will show you what I'm going to be using today. I actually got this. It's twine. I got it at the Dollar Tree, but I love the colors with this, and look how pretty it'll look on the spine. So I'm going to use this, and it's pretty strong and it's not overly thick. Now there is twine. Let me just get this so I can show you the difference. This is also twine. I use this mostly for tag toppers because it is quite thick. You can see the difference. Okay, from the twine thread that I have, I would consider this kind of in the medium range, because there's also twine, well, not really twine, but something that you can use, and this is quite strong, but as you can see, it's very thin. So you can kind of see the difference. So I have used this before, but not in my planner journals, because I already know making them that I'm going to put a lot in there, and there's going to be a lot of weight on that spine. So although this is actually quite strong, I do want something a little bit thicker than this, and not as thick as this. Now, you can also use, let me get all my stuff out. Let me get a color that would look nice. Okay. Oh, actually, I really like that. No, I always use this. I'm going to use a twine because I always use the floss. So you can use something like this. This is embroidery floss. And this is 7 strands, and it, like yours might say, I believe there are 4-strand, 6-strand, and 7-strand. I don't know. You guys will have to correct me, please, if I'm wrong. Now I'm second guessing myself. I'm not sure. I know this one, and the strand only means that how many individual pieces, as you can see, there's individual pieces that are in one strand. So there are 7 individual that's in this one strand. So obviously this is quite strong, and this is usually what I use. But when I saw the color, I'm very tempted. But I'm going to stick with that because I always use the embroidery floss. So I'm going to do a little, I hope that doesn't bite me in the butt. Now, someone also asked if they can use ribbon. Yes, you can use anything you want. However, if you're going to use ribbon, I wouldn't use something very wide. Even this is a little wider than I would use, but doable. The only thing is, remember, it's when you're doing that, you're going through all of your signature plus this, and you need it tight at the end, and you'll see what I mean. So although the ribbon is strong, again, it depends on, this is from the Dollar Tree, I believe. I don't know. Walmart, maybe. I couldn't tell you. So, but every ribbon is different. I would try for something thinner than this because you're going to need, number 1, a big hole. Number 2, when you tighten it at the end, you might rip through your papers in your signature. So just be aware that yes, you can do it, but it would depend on the ribbon and the width. I had a really thin piece of ribbon that I wanted to show you, and I cannot find it to save my life. I don't know where it is. I know I had it, but it's fine. You get the idea. Okay. Things that I would not use. I would not use like a trim, although they're gorgeous, but usually trims are quite thin, even if they're wrapped up in let me show you. Okay, let's get this out. Hang on. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So, these are from Lisa. I love them. You guys see me use this all the time. They're so soft. But I wouldn't use something like this because they're trims. That's what they're for. They're not that strong where I would chance sewing in a signature. I would use this to decorate the signature instead of, doing that. Now, the needle. I don't have, I wish, it's on my wish list. I don't have, I'll show you what I do have. I don't have a very long needle. I would like to get one, this obviously, see, look, this is something that I use that floss for. I use it all the time, but that's the size of my needle. I would like one that is longer. They're easier to use, but mostly because the eye of the needle is larger. So you will need, instead of something like a regular sewing needle, you can tell the difference with the eye. So you will want something with a larger eye. And I keep this in my sponges because I have it right here. That one was from Melinda, and this one I got in a set. But I love this needle just because of the eye. It just works for me. I just wish it was a little longer. Okay, let me clean up, start putting stuff away that I had out to show you, and then we can continue. I think that we will probably have 5 parts. Yeah. Because you all asked for how I decorate, if I get digitals, how I make them mine, how I decorate the pages, that kind of thing. So that will probably be in the 5th and last part, and we'll go from there how much I get done in that one. There could be a 6th to continue on and then really end it there. But we'll have to see. Okay. Again, let me just clean up a little bit, get everything ready, get my mat out and stuff, and I will be right back with you. By the way, I heard that a few of you are making journals, that you've not ever made a journal with a grocery bag, and now you are. You have no idea how excited I am. I cannot wait. Please, 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 either if you don't have a channel, that's fine. If you can tag me on Instagram, or please email me your pictures. I seriously want to see. I'm so excited. That's so cool. It's so cool. Okay, so the next thing that you need to do is obviously get your journal cover ready that we made. Get your signatures, and then get them if they are different, and you have a lot of people, depending on what type of journal they're making, they'll have, like, each signature will have their own cover. Because this is a planner and I'm getting digitals, I just used different coffee dyed papers, and you saw what I put in mine. If you are using a digital for all of them and you have it all set, or you're using different covers, make sure that now is the time to get it in the order of how you want it to look once it's in your cover. Okay. Then you're going to need your little pamphlet. Now, also, I didn't say this when we talked about this, but let's say you only want 3 signatures. Okay, well, cut this off, this part off. So what, it'll be a 2.5, or you can even shrink it to a 2-inch spine, and you can do a 3-inch. Now remember, mine is a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. If your journal is smaller, shorter, then you don't have to do a 5-hole punch. You can do a 3-hole where you don't have these two. If you do that, I would move the top one, let's say these aren't here, the top one and the bottom one up a little and down a little. Just so you're not putting that much pressure on that thread or twine or whatever it is that you're using. Okay, also, I do want to reiterate one more thing. If you'll notice, this piece of paper is, let me do it without the tape, is shorter than my journal cover. The reason being is because I want this paper the height of the paper that I will be using, not the cover. That's really important, because if I was to make it the height of my journal, then the top and bottom hole would be up here, which would mean that the hole in your paper is going to be higher up and lower down. Well, what's going to happen after use? It's going to tear right through. So please make sure that when you make this template, if you decide to make a template, it's the size of the paper that you're using. So whatever paper you're using, even if it's, you know, let's say this. If you were going to use this paper in a journal and you were to fold it in half, then this would be the height of this. Okay, so whatever height your spine is of your paper, that's how tall you want your template to be. Now that we have that, okay, so how do you make the holes? You can get a self-healing mat like I have, and this is basically, as you can see, all the holes. I use this, or you can use a book and put it down in a book and punch your holes this way. It's actually a really good idea. It has to be a thick book though. Thinner books, I don't know, they don't work for me. A thicker book like this, where you have that thickness and the spine, is a better choice in my eyes, in my opinion. Okay. Then you'll need your awl. I always make sure when we did our thing, we put top, and then this is the bottom. And I mark mine in the middle of this paper. So these marks are in the middle-ish of this paper. Okay? And that will help me to, when I put this down, to make sure it's in the middle of my journal cover. So again, I fold my journal cover in half. I make sure that it's half-ish. Again, you guys know everything with me is ish because I don't measure. I can't, it just, brain doesn't compute. So I just make sure I have a line where I can see. I know you guys probably can't see that. I don't, well, maybe this will, no, this won't work either. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I don't want to, I'm hoping that you guys can see that, because I really don't want to mark up the inside of my journal, but I hope that you can see that line. So then what I would do is I would take my my template, and I would get these clips. I got, I think like 6 of them at the Dollar Tree for $1. Yeah, they're all falling apart. It's fine. I use them. They still work. It's all good. Masking tape obviously doesn't hold up that long, but now I will line up this line with my arrow to this line that I just put here. And then make sure that it's in the middle-ish of this and this, okay, height-wise. So that looks to be in the middle-ish to me. And make sure that the bottom is in the middle. Yeah, that looks good. Put another one here. I think this one is too far up, so let's bring it down just a little. Okay. Okay. Yep, that looks, yeah, that looks about right. No, it's not. What did I do wrong? Hold on. I don't know what I did wrong. Hang on just a second. Where's that line? Okay. I guess I moved it when I... And again, this, I don't know why I'm fussing. I usually don't. I guess because I'm on camera and I'm nervous. Can you tell I'm nervous? I'm nervous. I've never done this part on camera, and I don't want to mess up for you guys. Okay, we're going to take our mat or book or whatever it is, and basically all you're going to do is punch holes. That's it. Honestly, that is it. When you do, though, just make sure that this isn't moving. So if you have to tape it down, tape it down. If you do what I do and put the little clips, just make sure that you're not able to move this side to side. Because after we do this, we're going to have to put our holes in our signatures. So, and also make sure that you do have something underneath you, because when you do this part, you are going to really have to go through all of these layers. So again, 2 pieces of fabric and 2 pieces of paper bag or whatever it is that you use. So, and then all you do is line up, make sure also that you're going up and down and not sideways. So you don't want to come in like this. You really want to go in up and down to make sure. And I just move it around in there because, again, you want it to come out and you want to see it. And I don't know if you can because it's white, but here's that first hole that I did. So you want to make sure you see your holes on both ends. All right, you guys, I'm going to pause you. You don't need to see me do all of these holes. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm done. Before I take mine off, I just double check to make sure I got all the holes, but on this side. So I turn it over and I make sure that each line, and I don't know if you can see, but I can see, there are 5 rows of 4 holes. Okay? And they are all there. This one is hard to see, and these 2 are little. So I'm going to just make those 3 a little, give them a little extra push. So go in here. And I forgot which ones, so I'll just do all of them. I think they were the last 2, actually. But I'd rather have a little bit of bigger hole than, why am I putting that away, than not. Okay, so now we take this out. And yeah, if you're going to use, this is going to be really difficult to see the holes on this side, especially on camera, and I'm so sorry. But here, I'm hoping, here you can see it really well. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So they are all there. So you're going to put that to the side because you don't need that right now. Now that you have your signatures in order, you have to decide if you are going to do it front to back or back to front. Meaning, which signature are you going to put in first? The last signature or the first signature? I've always put the last signature in first. I don't know why. It's just a kiki thing. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm going to take the last signature. I'm going to make sure that it's in the correct, no, see? I'm glad I checked because it's upside down. It was upside down. That's because I kept moving it today because I was doing something. So make sure that your pockets, if you have those envelope pockets, that they're facing in the right direction. Because it's not great when you have to take out the signature from your, yeah. I mean, I've never done it. I can only imagine it would not be fun. Oh, yeah, I've done it. Okay. So now we're going, again, that's why these creases are here. This is the last signature. I'm facing up. This is facing up. So I know that these holes, even if these 2, you know, maybe moved or whatever, I know that this is going to match my journal. So I'm going to put it in the crease as far as it can get. I'm going to close it after I, again, make sure, and I hold it down with my finger, all my fingers, basically. And let me get it this way. God, I hope you can, I can't see if you can see. Man, I really hope that you can see. Well, if it doesn't turn out, you guys understand. Again, you're going to want to hold the all up and down. You're not going to want to turn it. Okay, so make sure it's straight up and down. You're going to hold it. And again, you're going through 7 pieces of paper. So you do want to make sure you get all the way through. And before you remove this, just turn it over, and yep, here are my 5. Are they completely, I'm good with it. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Now, don't forget to remove this, because, you know, some people, I'm not going to mention who, but some people have sewn this into the signature. It wasn't me, I'm just saying I know somebody who has done that in the past, because, you know, they weren't paying attention. Yeah, it wasn't me. No. Okay, I can't get the needle. Come on. Oh my, really? Good grief. Okay. Now, we put our thread, or twine, or rib, whatever you're using. Now, usually I put a little glue, but I can see a little piece of hair or something. I don't know. All right, let's try this again. I might just have, yeah. All right. I just use a little bit of glue, just literally a drop, just to glue all the threads in place. And it does stiffen it up a little bit, and watch it not work. Again, I've never used this twine for this purpose, so I'm really hoping it works. And I can't see, because, you know, oh my gosh, why? All right, this isn't working, clearly. I don't know what's going on. But it keeps like fraying on the top. I wasn't ready for that. All right, well, if this doesn't work, I will pause the camera and I will do it so I can move it a little closer to me and you guys aren't here. Yeah, I'm going to pause the camera. I'm going to cut another piece off and try it again. I'll be right back. And another thing, I don't put holes in all of my signatures. I wait to put the holes in to right before I put them, I stitch them in the journal cover. This way they aren't moving. If, you know, I'm moving them around, it just works for me. It's just something that I've always done. This way I'm concentrating on one signature at a time. And yeah, I had to cut it again, and as you can see, it fits. Now, a lot of people say, how much string, twine, whatever do you use? Honestly, I leave it on here until I'm done, but I know not everybody does, so I'll show you what I do. Again, different for everybody, okay? I put it on the needle first, and then I'll take it, I measure 1, 2, 3-ish. That will leave you enough room. Just give me 1 second, please. I just want to put glue on this so it doesn't fray up on me. Okay. Yeah, this way you have enough room for a knot, a bow, you know, you'll have plenty. And I don't keep a lot here. I keep enough so it doesn't go through, but I don't, you know, pull it all the way down. I've seen people do that. To me, I don't know. It just doesn't work out. Now, here's another decision you're going to have to make. Do you want, if you're going to make a bow or a knot, when you're done stitching it in, do you want it to show on the outside of your cover or the inside of your signature? Personally, I do it from the inside of my signature. This way, my cover is clean, but I also want to do something with the spine, so I'm going to do it from the inside. So my needle is going from the inside out instead of the out in. Okay, so I'm going to first put it in here. You can see my needle in the middle. You're going to start in the middle of your signature. And this is hard because usually I have it close up. So now you're going to find, if this is the front of the journal and that's my last signature, I want it on this side. Okay, so it's this row here that we will be working on. So I shouldn't have used something so dark because you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to try really hard. You know what? I'm going to put the needle all the way through and do it this way. This way you can see, because I can feel it and I can kind of see it from here. Maybe. Yeah, it's right there. All right. Did I lose it? Yeah, sure did. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this, I should have used, I'm sorry you guys, I should have used a better fabric. But it is what it is. Okay. Oh my goodness. See, that's why you need a bigger awl. Okay. So we're going to leave that like that. We're going to take the signature. Now, another good tip with these is to put something on here like that. Especially when you are first starting out, and even not, but I always put something at the end so I can't pull it all the way through. It's awful when you're getting to, you know, and then you figure out you don't, the string is gone. So yeah, okay, so now we have it through the middle. We have our thing, so we know it can't fit through the hole, so we're good. And if you want, you can leave a little, you know, I don't know, a couple inches or whatever, and just make sure that you have this and you know you have enough to tie, but whatever. Okay, so now you're going to take your needle. I don't know why. I always go top down, but you can go bottom up. Whatever. Just make sure that, again, you're pulling your string a little bit so you have enough to work with. So now we're going to go, again, we're staying in this line, that last line, and we're going up. So I'm going to go right here. Now you guys can't see. I'm sorry, and I can't show you. But let me, yeah, I should have made the holes bigger, but that's okay. And you're gonna see I have it out, and I can do that now. So I'll just, oh my goodness, what? And I moved everything, but that's okay. We're going ahead. It's fine. I don't know why it's not. There we go. Okay, and it's through. Is it where I? No, it's absolutely not. But it's all right. I don't know what happened. Oh, there we go. I was in the wrong place. It's fine. We're good. And you're gonna want to pull that tight, but not super tight. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the. I know I made a mess here. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So we're gonna go here. No. Yeah. This whole thing moved. Why did it move? Yeah, that one piece. Oh, probably when I. It's fine. All right, we're gonna go here. I'm gonna push through again all the way up. So we have this on the inside. Okay. We're gonna take this, and again, we're gonna find that hole. But I'm sorry, I know you guys can't see. I can't see either, if that makes you feel any better. But it is up here. There we go. Look at that. I got it perfect in the hole. You're gonna, oh my gosh, pull it through. Okay. Now you're going to want to go in. I know one came out. You're going to go in this hole. And this is where, I'm not going to lie, it gets a little tricky, because you're going to want to tighten up so you don't want to split your thread. I shouldn't have used twine. Not when I'm on camera. Yeah, that wasn't the smartest thing I've ever done. Okay. You're going to want to go in through this hole again. And that went in pretty easy. So I'm just going to follow through. Okay, see? Went in here. Now I just have to put this. Ooh. Yeah, that's not good. Oh my goodness. Okay. I want to put this back in to the hole that I messed up on. Like that. And pull through. It really is easier than it looks. It's just that I'm on camera, so I'm trying to, you know, get everything in the right position for you. Now you're going to take this string and you're going to go all the way to the second from the last hole. So you're going to, here's the middle where we started. You're going to pass that to the second from the last hole. So if we're counting from top to bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the 4th hole, and here's the 5th. And you're going to go in through there. And in. I should have used another color. Yes, I should. It's okay. It's okay. Can we get in, please? Oh, oh, oh. Look at that. I came in through the hole. All right. Look at me. I should have made my holes bigger, too. Okay. Now we're out in the back again. In the spine, on the outside cover. You're going to take it. You're going to go all the way down to the 5th hole. You're going to go in. We're almost done, you guys. Well, with one of them. It's just hard because I'm trying to show you and I don't want to obviously mess up. Okay. Here we go. We're in the last hole. Now, I know that I'm not going to have enough strength, so I do want to tighten it and get some more string down here. Okay. I'm going to take my needle. I'm going to go in through number 4 again. Remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go in number 4. Okay? And remember, be careful that you are not going through any of the thread, because you don't want to rip your thread or twine, whatever it is that you're using. You understand what I'm trying to say. But it's easier for me with this to do it this way so I can see what it is I'm trying to do, because I cannot see very well. Come on. Okay, and we're out here. Okay? And here's our, and again, you want to tighten it up a little. Now, this is the last one. You're going to put it in through the middle one. Okay? You're going to put it in through the middle one. Oh my goodness. And now, when you put it in, back in your signature, make sure that you're not getting the thread pieces. So I usually hold it to the side, this to one side, and I try to go in without messing up. And I did. Okay. I'm not even going to worry about getting to the other side right now. I just want it in. And then I'll show you what I mean by the other side. Okay. We are through. All right. Now, hello? Come on. There we go. Now I want to go under this because you want one side here and one side here, where the middle is in between these two. The one that you put in, the one that just came out. And now you want to take it like this and pull. Not too much, because this will start bending. It'll buckle, and you don't want that. You obviously want your signatures to lay flat. and this is going to really bother me, but it's fine. And now you're going to make sure it can be a little tighter, but there we go. And I usually hold it, make sure that it's tight on the outside. It looks good. You can take it off the needle. I just left it on. I now tie it. It's just easier for me. Hold it. Don't poke yourself. Then I take this out, and now I use this one. So right over left, left over right. You guys know that trick, right? Oh, and you don't do that, but it's fine because it's tied. I pulled obviously way too hard. I'm so surprised that that broke like that, to be completely honest with you. I can't believe that happened. You have no idea how much I pulled on this and it would not break. And then, but it's fine because it's, it's tight enough. So that's fine. Now what I do is I take this off. Take that off, and I clip it to the cover, so this way it's not getting in my way to put the next one in. And the next one is the same thing all the way down. I will say that I'm not going to put in the first signature, because remember we did the last one first. I'm not going to put in the first signature because I have the digital kit that I'm going to use, but that's for the next video. So I'll probably record that after this. But anyway, we got our first signature in. I'm going to do the next 3. And I'll come right back because this video is a lot longer than oh my gosh, it's so much longer than I thought. Oh no, I'm sorry, you guys. All right, I'll be right back. I had to come back on because look what I found. Oh my gosh, look, this is, I'll show you the difference. I'm so excited right now. So this was the needle that we just used. Look at this one. It's a little thicker and a little bit longer, but the eye is bigger. So yeah, it is thicker. So I will make my holes. I'll go through them just to thicken it up a little bit. And anyway, I just wanted to show you there are larger needles in here, but they're really thick and they're blunt. So I don't know, and I have no idea. This one has a hook. If you guys can, if you all sew, and you know, if I can get it out. See that little hook on the end? But that, like, what's this for? I mean, I'm assuming it's to pick, I don't know. I'm not even going to assume because, yeah, we all know what assuming means, right? Anyway, I did want to show you, so I will be putting in my my other signatures, and I'll be right back. Before I cut everything, I did want to show you what I meant about keeping it on the spool. So, see, this side, this is the one that had the needle on it, and then I just keep it on the spool. This way, number one, I don't waste that much. Number two, it can't go through. So that, I just found that easiest for me. So all 3 are in now. Also, what I do, this is just a little tip. I connect, see, these are the ones, this is the one that we did together. So I put that on the end. this is the other one, so it would be really the third signature. This is the second. And I just place something to close them so the pages aren't flapping for you. Also, a great tip is put something on the top of your journal, of the cover. It doesn't have to connect to that, but just so you know that that's the top. This way, when you go to put in your other signatures, you know already just by looking, this is the top. So you don't have to go in you know, inside to see which way the pockets are or what have you. So this way, you know, you're definite, that's the top. So just a little tip for you. I'm done with this. Let me just clean up. We'll come back and say goodbye. Like I said, I'm not going to put the other one in. I'm going to record my last video. Well, maybe. We'll see how far we get. Maybe we should. All right, let me get done with this, and then I'll come back. Because this video is so long. That's the only reason. All right, let me come back. I'll decide. I'll be right back. All right, you guys. This is such a long video. The point of the video was to show you how to get your signatures, how to measure them, how to stitch them in. I think we accomplished that. So I'm going to leave it here. We're going to come back tomorrow, and we'll go through the digital. I'll put the last one in, and we'll cut the digital. I'll show you how I do the digitals and all of that. I think that's the best. But I was just I was just looking at, now I have all four. I don't have this one sewn in clearly, but I do have, so all the signatures are in. 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth one. It's not stitched in yet, but look how little compared to the last one we just did. Look at how it starts and how it finishes. Look at the spine, and look at the spine. And that's what I mean when I say the spine grows with you, because there's no other journal that the spine will grow. So that's why I love these journals so much, because you can fit all this in there. And you get a chunky monkey if you like that. I mean, you don't have to put, you know, you do you. You don't have to put all that. I enjoy that because they're my memories. I can look back. Your comments are in there. The things that you've sent me, cards and stuff, everything is in there. That just makes me happy. Of course, you have to do you. But I picked this up and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. There's nothing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. These journals just make me so happy. Anyway, I hope they make you happy too. I hope you learned something. I'm sorry about the whole thing and just everything. I should have thought it out better. I apologize for that. But either way, I do hope that you got something that, most importantly, that it inspires you to try. Look at all the stuff that went wrong with me. So just give it a try. It's okay. Basically, what is this? A paper bag, 2 pieces of fabric, and a bunch of paper, copy paper. That's it. So what is the worst that can happen? So, and I'm talking to myself too. This isn't precious stuff. You know, I have to just step back and think to myself, I have more fabric even if it's not the same, I have more. It can always be done. So things happen. It's fine. So anyway, what did we learn? We learned that the bigger eye needles are better for twine and things like that. But on a serious note, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to wish you all an extremely blessed rest of your night, day, or morning, wherever you are in this world. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I love you guys so, so much. God bless you. You guys know I love you. Thank you again for spending your time with me. If you're new, I hope you decided to stay. I hope someone watches this. Please comment below. Say hello. Meet people. It makes me so happy when you guys communicate with one another. That to me is the best. You've made friends with one another. I've made friends with you. This community is the best. So anyway, I'm going to stop gushing. I'm going to say goodbye. I'll see you back tomorrow for part 4. Bye, everybody. I love you.